Krystal, what are you taking a look at?
A recent AI news generation program at a major newspaper was pulled after publishing hilariously bizarre high school sports articles. Okay, here are the details. Gannett, which owns USA Today and a whole slew of local papers, started using AI to generate local news stories, and the results were amazingly bad. Here is a great example. Quote, Westerville North escapes Westerville Central in thin win in Ohio's high school football action. Wow, totally sounds like a human being wrote that for sure. Please continue. The article goes on. Westerville North edged Westerville Central 21-12 in a close encounter of the athletic kind at Westerville North High on August 18th in Ohio football action. The Warriors chalked up this decision in spite of the Warhawks' spirited fourth quarter performance. In a different story, AI failed to figure out what the school's mascots were, and they published the Worthington Christian winning team mascot defeated the Westerville North losing team mascot 2-1 in an Ohio boys soccer game on Saturday. Now, Gannett has since suspended this experiment, presumably leaving it to the actual human beings to try to report on future thin wins and close encounters of the athletic kind. This particular situation is, of course, an embarrassment, both for Gannett, which has fired a bunch of their employees over the past couple of years, as the news business, and especially the local news business, has declined and become more difficult. And it is obviously embarrassing for the entire AI industry, which, far from being ready to revolutionize the workforce or decimate the workforce, can't even credibly publish the most basic information about the most basic events without being utterly absurd, unreliable, and inaccurate. So at least when it comes to the drafting and publishing of news stories, I think the journos, for now, can rest easy. ChatGPT isn't any more prepared to take over the news industry than autonomous driving is prepared to take over taxi and truck driving. So for now, I guess, score one for humanity. But the victory is honestly marginal, because in another deeper sense, the robots and their masters, they've already won a lot in terms of how news is generated and how it's disseminated, and we barely even noticed the attack. What do I mean here? Well, as you know, I'm a big proponent of independent media as an antidote to corporate legacy media. But the further we get into this new era, which is in many ways exciting and continues to hold deep promise, the more I see the limitations of what independent actually means. Because while individual creators can break free from the constraints of giant corporate profit-driven news conglomerates, they're still beholden to the incentives created by the tech giants on which they depend. And probably the most powerful force in independent news generation is YouTube's algorithm. We all live or die by it. Its whims, preferences, amplifications, and punishments have created the independent news ecosystem as we know it. Individual creators can try to resist its siren song. We have intentionally tried to algorithm-proof and big tech-proof our business here at Breaking Points. But it's like one person trying to stand up to a force of nature. The overall landscape is going to be shaped and built by the big tech AI reward system. And it's not just on the creator side. These robots are also shaping your brain, messing with your view of the world, driving you towards certain content and away from others. On Facebook, a whistleblower revealed how the platform's algorithm rewarded anger emojis at 5 times the weight of likes, aggressively pushing highly emotional content into user feeds. Facebook, like other platforms, cares more about how long you spend on the platform being served ads and having your data harvested than how much you're actually enjoying that time or whether the quality of your experience is good or bad. They also use their user base like guinea pigs, conducting social experiments, attempting explicitly to manipulate user emotions, and even to push them to become closer friends with some in their networks over others. Creepy stuff that we have little awareness of and even less say over. Twitter, under Elon Musk, has used the For You page to aggressively push certain content and hide other content. But unlike the other platforms, Musk's Twitter has opted to make their biggest content decisions based on the personal whims and preferences of their sovereign lord Elon, who can bless or punish creators based on his own ego and worldview. In a sense, I actually appreciate the blatant nature of Elon's approach. He strips some of the AI mystique away and just makes it super clear the way that our oligarchs are screwing with us every day. Now, on its surface, our universe of multi-platform news looks independent, like individual humans making individual decisions. And listen, there is a lot of that going on at the micro level and a lot of fantastic creators out there. But at the macro level, it is a garden of creators and content cultivated, tilled, and pruned by robots. Human beings unaware how they're being programmed by machines who have in turn been programmed by tech giants to drive their own profits or corporate agendas. So before the chatbots and deepfakes have even really joined the war, humanity has already lost. One war that was being waged in secret under the cloak of the supposedly free market, where they declared victory before we even really caught on to what was happening. For this next battle that we're facing now, at least the tech for now is clunky enough that we can all see what the boss's robots are up to. A close encounter of the oligarchic kind, I guess you could say.
Hey guys, if you want to see what I had to say to Krystal's monologue, not just this one, all of them, going back to the very beginning, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com.